Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Our today's lecture is continuation of our previous lecture, which was drug interactions part 1, and today I am going to demonstrate you drug interactions part 2. Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Nilofer Yusuf, assistant professor from Department of Pharmacology, here to tell you about different drug interactions. Learning objectives are same like yesterday's. We'll know about definitions, types, mechanisms of drug interactions, high-risk patients, how to handle an interaction, and from what resources this lecture is prepared. So we discussed the definitions yesterday, its various types, which were outside the body, inside the body mechanisms. Types were according to drug-drug interactions, herbal drug interactions, food drug interactions. Then there were different mechanisms such as outside the body and inside the body. Inside the body comprising of pharmacokinetic drug interactions and pharmacodynamics drug interactions. So we did pharmacokinetic drug interactions yesterday, which were related to absorption drug interactions, which were related to distribution drug interactions, metabolism, and excretion. Now today we'll discuss about pharmacodynamic interactions. So they occur when the effects of a drug are changed due to presence of another drug at its site of action, either directly or indirectly. As we know, pharmacodynamics deals with the drug actions which are produced by a drug inside the body. How a drug is acting within the body. So these are the drug interactions which are taking place at the level of its site of action, either directly or indirectly. And they are divided into two types, such as synergistic interactions, and the other type is antagonist interactions. Synergistic interactions, when two drugs have the same effect, are given together, so the total effect will increase. It may be desired, such as sulfonamide and trimethoprim, or it may not be desired, such as potassium sparing drugs and potassium supplement. Together they will increase serum potassium levels, leading to hyperkalemia, which is not our desired effect and which is not what we needed. In synergistic interactions, two things are there. One is summation and the other is potentiation. Summation means simply the addition of two figures, like it is simply the addition of two drugs, like 1 + 1 is equal to 2, whereas potentiation is a lot more than summing up two individual drug reactions, such as 1 + 1 is equal to 3 or 11. Then comes antagonistic interactions, when the effects of two drugs are opposite, such as warfarin and vitamin K. We can classify drug antagonistic interactions such as major, moderate, and minor. Major they are of high clinical significance. As such, combinations should be avoided as the risk of interaction outweighs the benefits. ठीक है जी? These are unnecessary, not desirable, undesirable effects. Then comes moderate reactions. Moderately clinical significance, usually avoid combination, use it only under special circumstances. Then comes minor, minimal clinical significance, minimize risk, assess risk and consider an alternative drug. Then not so much of clinical significance, but if there are any, we should properly assess them and change the medication, shift the patient to an alternative drug. Here's summary what I told you before. What is synergism? Synergistic effect, when both drugs effects is increased. For example, the use of codeine with paracetamol to increase its analgesic effect. Then comes a synergistic effect. Example, the combination of clavulanic acid, amoxicillin in order to overcome bacterial. Sorry, there is some mistake over here in the slide. Anyways, I'll tell you orally that there are synergistic interactions such as codeine and paracetamol, same as we have studied in chemotherapy, the combination of clavulanic acid with amoxicillin in order to overcome bacterial resistance to the antibiotic. Then comes antagonistic interactions, such as when one or both drugs effect is decreased. 1 plus 2 is equal to 2, we know that, but the answer we are getting is less than 2. So this shows that effect is decreased in comparison to individual drugs interactions. One of the example is the combination of bacteriostatic antibiotic with bactericidal ones. These are the various drug interactions and how they are affecting. You should go through just go through them. ठीक है जी? Now comes herbal drug interactions. We have already discussed about St. John's wort and cyclosporin interaction yesterday. Then comes food drug interactions, and this is also, you should know about them, whether they are important or not, but you should have a very good idea about them. Let's discuss grapefruit juice, and it is very much discussed in your general pharmacology, how it affects metabolism at level of metabolism in liver. So grape juice interacts with different drugs such as terfenadine, cyclosporin, felodipine. The main component which leads to drug interactions, or it's grapefruit juice interaction with various drugs, is furanocoumarin compounds that can selectively inhibit cytochrome 3A4. Then comes cheese reaction, and you have studied about it in ANS, autonomic nervous system, in introductory chapter. Let's see it again. Certain varieties of cheese, beer, wines, pickled meat and fish, yeast extract contain large quantities of tyramine and dopamine, etc. In monoamine oxidase inhibit patients, these indirectly acting sympathomimetic amines escape degradation in the intestinal wall and liver. After escaping the degradation, they reach into our circulation, thus displacing and releasing large amounts of norepinephrine or noradrenaline from transmitter-loaded adrenergic nerve endings. What happens when so much norepinephrine is there in our body? Hypertensive crisis will occur, which will further lead to cerebrovascular accidents. So when such a reaction occurs, it should be treated by IV injection of a rapidly acting alpha blocker such as phentolamine, prazosin or chlorpromazine are alternatives present for phentolamine. Then there comes Eucharist. Eucharist contain glycyrrhizin, ठीक है. Glycyrrhizinic acid is hydrolyzed in the intestine to pharmacological active compound glyceritic acid, which inhibit 11 beta hydroxysteroid dehydrogenase. What happens when this compound reaches in our body? This increases cortisol in our kidneys and act as aldosterone, which leads to fluid retention, hypothermia, and hypertension. Euchari's combination or interaction with any antihypertensive drug is lethal. In what kind of patients we see high risk of drug interactions? They are elder people who are suffering from multiple diseases due to their age factor. So we label such people as polypharmacy people, which are on multiple drugs. Patients who are having hepatic disorders in which their biotransformation, degradation or metabolism system is not so good active due to liver disease. Then comes liver disorder. We very well know our kidney also helps in excretion of the body, elimination, excretion of waste products or drugs from the body, elimination, or a slight role in metabolism. So if there are renal disorders, then we may suffer, such patients may suffer from drug interactions and may lead to their sweat toxicity. Then comes genetic factors. Due to mutations, such patients can not properly degrade the drugs or medicines they are taking, and ज़रूरी नहीं कि डॉक्टर को पता चल सके कि such person is having this kind of mutation in his or her body. So such patients are also at high risk of drug interactions. If there is drug interaction, how should we handle an interaction? First of all, we have to see, is the interaction which is taking place clinically important or not? Then we should using the dose space will हम देखेंगे if we are giving a proper time between two doses of such drugs which are interacting or whose interaction is possible, does such thing will help or not? Or we should use an alternative to solve this interaction. We can use some other drug for the same disease, for the same action, instead of that drug which is causing drug interaction. If the previous solutions doesn't work, adjust drug dosage with monitoring of drug level and physiological functions. If there are adverse drug interactions, how should we manage it? Dose-related events may be managed by changing the dose of the effective drug. For example, when miconazole oral gel causes an increase in bleeding time of warfarin, then reducing the warfarin dose will bring the bleeding time back to the range and reduce the risk of hemorrhage. It is important to retitrate the dose of warfarin when the course of miconazole is complete. The potential severity of some interaction require immediate cessation of the combination. For example, combination of erythromycin and terfenadine can produce high terfenadine level with the risk of developing Torsades de Pointes. Dose spacing is appropriate for interaction involving the inhibition of absorption in the GI tract. So, for example, avoid the binding of ciprofloxacin by ferrous salts. These are the things which we have already discussed. So, before prescribing the drugs to the patient, we should remember these things. These are very important points, and maybe they are not important according to examination point of view, but they are very important according to your future practice point of view. Let's see what are they. Interactions are easily forgotten when prescribing. Interactions are difficult to remember. Pharmacodynamic interactions can often be predicted across drug classes. Pharmacokinetic interactions cannot be predicted. So proper experiments and research should be carried out. Many interactions probably remain undescribed, so look out for them. The chances of interaction are 60 times higher in a patient taking 5 drugs than in one taking 2 drugs. So whenever you prescribe a drug or number of drugs to a patient, so be careful before prescribing them as drug interactions may occur. This lecture, both yesterday's and today's lecture was made from these sources, which are Stockley's Drug Interactions book 9th edition and your Big Carson, and some of the slides were taken from SlideShare and Google. This was all about drug interactions, and I hope you people got complete concept of it. It is very important question from the examination point of view, so read it by heart, and you should be having full command on this topic. Thank you so much for listening. If there are any questions, you people are more than welcome to ask me in WhatsApp group or personally. And now comes the assignment time. Just define what is pharmacodynamics drug interaction and give some at what places they are taking place, and give some of the examples of pharmacodynamic drug interactions. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.